Okay, let's get started here. How's everybody doing? Okay, so let's see here. All right, we're looking at your 0946, which dropped right over here in Louisiana. Only number on fire. Got it right there, 6940. Guaranteed. Your 2571 DC. Your 3784. 3784 New Mexico. Your 6469 number Maryland. Your 1654 Delaware, only number on fire. All right, you got your 8743, your 1287. This is Texas. You'll be seeing these combinations 6095, 3420, 3421. And as a matter of fact, let's go check that out real quick before I even get started. 3241. Watch out for 3141. Okay, here we go. Guaranteed. Number 3 number. And this was from your Tennessee first drawing. Tennessee first drawing, 8657, told us that we were going to see your 1234 combination. All right, let's get back to it here. Okay. Okay, so your 9065, ladies and gentlemen, this was promised to you starting 824, ending 831. Here you have it on fire for 825 to 831. Here you have it guaranteed again from 824 to 831. Again, numbers don't lie. 709, promise, straight, said you would see it on 829 coming from your 313 709. Drop straight on that promise. Four, 310 promised. They dropped 4031. Again and again and again and again. I'm going to give you the same number. You have to really pay attention and see that these numbers are not lying. 7254, 7298, 0631. You're going to see these combinations over and over and over again. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your 0361 right there as promised. Where did they go to? North Carolina. Five, 4, 2, number one number as promised and straight. $503. I told you that number would fall over and over and over again, straight, multiple times. 503, straight. Zero, 3, 5. I do believe I said that one would fall straight too. And these were predicted to fall the same day from year 802, by the way. Again, 503, straight. Again, 035, straight. We can thank Ohio for that. 263, triple dollar signed, promised to roll out on yesterday's date. 9520, triple dollar sign, met my deadline on that prediction. $917, ladies and gentlemen, I told you that number was going to fall over and over and over again. Triple dollar signed it, promising its arrival. They dropped 971 for that promise. They also dropped 917 straight for that promise right down here. There's your 971 straight, guaranteed. And if you remember, focus on the top 5 3 digits. 1, 2, 3, right? They will manifest between the dates 8/24 and 8/30. Ladies and gentlemen, I also guarantee the number 3 number. 1, 2, 3, straight. $199, ladies and gentlemen. I said that that number would fall straight in New York. Congratulations, Jesus. You got 441688. Watch out for 349850. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see their 985 over and over and over again. 985 will go to North Carolina. The 719 did what it was supposed to do. Watch out for 395. Watch out for 389. Your 389 is extremely strong. You will see 196 and 850 for backup plans. Your 688 is a double on fire. These numbers are by way of North Carolina, 2 states before, 2 states after. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your 859 number 1 number as promised. And it should be highlighted twice. I only see one. Where's the other one at? Okay, let's see here. That was on 10/20, on 8/26. So if that was on 8/26, that means that this one is a number 1. And again, these were designed to fall between 8/27 and 9/2. Number 1 number. Even though I recommend the top 2. 7164267 7164267. You will see these combinations over and over and over again. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see your 5891. You're also going to see the 9849. Look for those in New Mexico. You will see 91867643. Your 9186 is a New Jersey combination. Your 5890, Missouri, DC. 5890, ladies and gentlemen. That's a boom, boom, boom. Number 1 number. You're watching out for that 2671, ladies and gentlemen. You will see that in Missouri. You will see that in Illinois. I need you to watch out for that 9186. New Jersey, Ohio, let's see here, 1 second here. Okay, so your 2672 is a Missouri number. Also, I need you to look out for that one in South Carolina and Texas. There's that 0985. Once again, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for 8754. Watch out for 7397. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 8846 no matter what. Look for that in Ohio. Look for that in Michigan. 2 states before, 2 states after. Don't leave out South Carolina. Don't leave out Maryland. You're going to see 3572. There's your 9750 that I told you would see over and over and over again. You'll see that in Virginia, D.C. Oh, as a matter of fact, let's go back and check out something really quick. I don't like doing this. Okay, we'll come back. We'll find it. Mm-hmm. 122-007 487-473-275-079. I told you 079-825 and 172. You will see these combinations over and over and over again. Those are by way of Ohio. There is your 257, ladies and gentlemen. Your 257, I told you that number would fall over and over and over again. Your 257 went to Ohio on a promise, and I told you it would continue to keep dropping if you believed. 7453, you will see. You're going to see that in Illinois. Watch out for 8669 in Ohio. 7120 will fall today. You're going to also see 6989 Maryland, New Mexico, okay, you have your 7450. I told you that number will fall over and over and over again. Watch out for quad sevens. Those numbers are by way of Ohio. You got 8558 and 8585 for Michigan. Watch out for 6677. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see your 4697. Your 9760. Your 7643. Your 8976. Those will roll out today. And those are by way of Michigan. There's your 8585, ladies and gentlemen. Congratulations, RT Crash. 225-115-793-149. UOC 469. That's a Michigan number. You're going to see 910-724 and 810. There's your 469. Promised. There it is, straight. Three 322. Watch out for 721. Watch out for 765. You will see these combinations. 765 is Missouri. It's New Mexico. It's New York. It's New Jersey. It's Connecticut. 710, extremely hot, Virginia. Watch out for 709. I told you that number would fall, and it did. The 313 brought it. Watch out for 960 and 716. Your 960 and 716. Those will be making their debut within the next 24 to 48 hours. And your 716 already did it in Delaware. So watch out for 960. Some of 15, some of 24, and some of 6. There's your 313, ladies and gentlemen. I promised that one would fall straight within 16 hours. Your 3685, ladies and gentlemen. I promised that would make the deadline, also proving that numbers don't lie. Watch out for 5430. Watch out for 2226. Watch out for 5431. You will see 7453. You will see 2374. You will see 2150. And you will also see 7111. Look for those numbers in New York. Look for those numbers in Virginia. Extremely strong for Virginia. Oh, and your 5120, I guarantee that one would fall on yesterday. Where we at? 5120. They dropped 5120 on that guarantee. And that was coming from your 2226. Again, numbers don't lie. Your 2226 told us, look, 2150 will fall next. 2226 said 5120 will fall next. But nobody's listening, nobody's paying attention, and nobody's obviously following winning instructions except for a few. And I do appreciate those love gifts. for those who are listening. Your 404, your 226, those will be popping out. 503, we already discovered. 721, you should already know that you're going to see that. 802, I told you to watch out for that combination. 802 is extremely strong, sum of 10, sum of 11 and 2. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see your 432, your 924. Those are strong. 924, Missouri. Your 432 is North Carolina and Georgia and Puerto Rico. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your 802 straight, promised. 6 hours is all it took. And you had money in the bank. Straight. Ladies and gentlemen, I gave it to you over and over and over again. Promised it right there. Straight. Ladies and gentlemen, 881-737. Ladies and gentlemen, your 737 is a New York number. I'm telling you to watch out for 504. 504 is extremely strong. New Mexico, you're going to see it in D.C., you're going to see it in Pennsylvania, you're going to see it in South Carolina, Texas, Puerto Rico. They dropped a 9. Watch out for 089. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 491. You will see 781 over and over and over again. Those numbers are by way of Tennessee, 2 states before, 2 states after. 1940, you will see 3294 is going to be falling out today. 3294. You'll see that in Ohio, 2 states before and 2 states after. Ladies and gentlemen, you're 8657. That's a Tennessee number. Watch out for 1920. It's already giving you the indication. The last number they dropped gave us a 920 4-digit trio. So stop playing with me. Watch out for the 4312. Like I said, these numbers will give you what's going to happen. Why? Because numbers don't lie. 0943 quad 4s, be on alert. 9990. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see that number make its debut. Okay, those are Tennessee numbers. Congratulations, KJU City. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your 8576. I promised that number would make its debut in Tennessee, and I said you would see it from 828 to 93. Congratulations, Carmel. 85. Welcome back. Jesus, congratulations. Jesus, congratulations. 724, ladies and gentlemen, you will see 724. That's a guaranteed straight right there. 724, guaranteed straight right there. Promise 274 combination to meet the deadline. 944, I promise 944 would be delivered straight. Ladies and gentlemen, I said you would see it on 829. Okay, so let me see here. We got that one already squared away. You're going to see 900 on fire, 485 on fire. 485 showed up and showed out on fire. Just like I said, watch out for the 724, watch out for the 490, watch out for the 649, which we already know that 724 will bring your 649. They dropped it in Michigan, 496. Watch out for that 928, ladies and gentlemen. Your 751 will be making its debut. These are North Carolina numbers, 2 states before, 2 states after. Here's your 899, your 772. Look for that in New York. You're going to see 239 over and over, 530. We already discovered that that's hot, right? So we know 431. We need to look out for that one. We need to look out for 249. Over and over again, I'm giving you 249. Watch out for 567. Your 567 will be rolling out in New Mexico. You will see it in Florida and Connecticut. Missouri. You can watch out for 268. Those numbers are by way of Florida. 2 states before, 2 states after. Ladies and gentlemen, there is your 431. I told you to watch out for that number. So you'll see that number now in Pennsylvania and Georgia, 2 states before, 2 states after. Watch out for 90634520. You will see 70631245. Watching out for 3687. Ladies and gentlemen, your 3687 is extremely strong. You'll see that in New Mexico. And Georgia. Don't forget about Tennessee. Your 8039, extremely strong. Look for that in Connecticut. 1254. I met my deadline on that prediction. Watch it go to Texas. Watch it go to Texas. Ladies and gentlemen, you're 1527. Very strong combination, 1527. I do believe we already ascertained that's a DC number. So watch it go back to DC. Watch it travel 2 states before, 2 states after, and watch it drop in the catalyst states. You got 4663, 9785. You're watching out for 2149 and 8725. There's your 2150. Once again, my friends, your 2150. I told you that number would fall over and over and over again, just based on its energy, frequency, and vibration. We knew that that number was going to fruition. So now that's a Georgia hookup. So now we're looking at the 442. Your 442, extremely strong for Missouri. You'll see it in Texas. Your 675, ladies and gentlemen, you will see in Missouri, New Mexico. I've called that number out already a few times, so you should already know. Watching out for your 237. 237 is extremely strong. 495, you will see 495. 495, I guarantee 495 showed up in DC. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 864. 864, extremely strong for New Mexico and Connecticut. You will also see your 802 fall straight. Boom, boom, boom. There's your 576, number one number. How can you go wrong playing Mr. Bascomb's number one number? I can tell you how you can go wrong. First, not paying attention and listening. Second, not following winning instructions. 266660, you will see. You're going to see 136. You're going to see 325. 743 will make its debut. 328 will make its debut. Watching out for 320 and 123. Those will be rolling out today and tomorrow. 743, extremely strong. I guaranteed that one to fall, and I promised it would make it by its deadline, and it did. So that number will be showing up and showing out today. Look for the sum of 14, 5, and 23. Ladies and gentlemen, 7143, you will see in Illinois, 2 state before, 2 state after. You will also see your 5620 in South Carolina. You're also going to see your 9718, extremely strong. Watching out for 8591, extremely strong. 1934. Your 3345, only number on fire. 5620, guaranteed to fall straight, ladies and gentlemen, for my VIP only. There it is again, promised over and over and over again. Look for that number in Texas. They're giving you all the indications that they want to go to Texas. 2 states before, 2 states after. Watch out for 8578. You will see 8557. Watching out for your 6469. Boom, boom, boom. Number one number. But ain't nobody listening to Mr. Bascomb. Watch out for 8750. You will see 8750 make its debut over and over and over again. Look for it in Florida. 2 states before, 2 states after. I need you to watch out for your 6085 in Missouri. You'll see it in Texas and Georgia. Watch out for 3587, extremely strong. (911-003), you will see. Watch out for 542, extremely strong 542, ladies and gentlemen. 542, you will see. Texas, Puerto Rico, South Carolina, North Carolina, heavy North Carolina. It just fell in North Carolina. Number one position, 214, you will see. No matter what. 420, you will see. Sum of 6, 15, and 24. 780, you will see. There's your 245, ladies and gentlemen. There's your 542, ladies and gentlemen. There's your number at the deadline. Watching out for 722-588. You'll see 588 New Jersey and in DC. Watching out for 024. How many times do I got to give you 024 before you believe me? You're watching out for 847. You will see 315. Over and over and over again for the 315. Also, your 572 is extremely strong. There's a 0495. You'll see that in Louisiana. Watch out for 8123, 7654. Your 7654 is New York, Delaware, (7653), you will see 8424, extremely strong 8424. And that's a guaranteed hookup. 7655 is on fire. Those numbers are by way of Michigan. There's your 8231. Watch out for 8231. They dropped 8123. We called it, but I want you to stay on 8231 for the straight win. Ladies and gentlemen, 847 straight. 847 straight. Watch out for 748 now. 313, 212. I told you 313 would fall straight. Watch out for 982 and 230. You will see 653. You will also see 654 straight. 654 fell straight for us on a promise. Watch out for 652 and 75 deuce. Those numbers are by way of Tennessee. There's your 221. You'll see 221 in New Mexico, D.C. 2 states before, 2 states after. Don't leave out Puerto Rico. 7431, ladies and gentlemen, extremely strong combination. 0946, you'll see over and over and over again. Boom, 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 boom. Ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see 7110 and 2666. Ladies and gentlemen, you're 2666. Ohio, Michigan, Texas, 2666. New York. And it is the sum of 20, 11, and 2. Watching out for 2576. Watching out for 6738. These are very strong numbers. Your 4310, I already explained to you how strong that number was. You're going to see that number over and over and over again. And as you can see, it dropped in Georgia. Watch it go back to Georgia. Watch it travel. 2 states before, 2 states after. As a matter of fact, make that an all-state hookup. That's an all-state hookup. You're going to see that 4387, by the way. Your 4387 is extremely strong. It dropped in New Mexico as 3784. So watch out for it. I promise that. 2906, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to see these numbers fall over and over and over again. Look for that in Louisiana. Look for that in South Carolina. You can even see it in Ohio. Watching out for 8157, Illinois, Tennessee. Your 6341 is extremely strong for Virginia, New Jersey, and also D.C. Watching out for that 0696 in Puerto Rico. And again and again and again, I'm telling you to stay on your 6341. Even though it's guaranteed, I need you to treat it like it's promised. Because that's going to be their backup plan. 5781, I keep telling you about 5781 and about how much damage it's going to do, how much damage is already done, and we caught it. 885-939. Watch out, watch out. 894-713. 712, no matter what, number one position. You will see 768. You will see 870 and 759. There's your 399. The only number on fire. 224. Ladies and gentlemen, write down 224. You will see 224 over and over and over again today. Look for it in Puerto Rico. You're going to see 246, extremely strong, 246. Also, 387 is extremely strong. We already know that. And 247, you're going to see, and 986, you will see. Watch out for 704 and 792. There is your 828. Look for that in Illinois. 4667. 2863, you will see. Watching out for 5328, extremely strong for Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, you are going to see that 7146 over and over and over again in DC. Also, you will see it in New Jersey. Watch out for 2843 in Maryland. Also, Pennsylvania. You can see it in Puerto Rico. And those numbers are by way of Florida. There's your 8352, ladies and gentlemen. You'll see that in Pennsylvania. Also, you'll see it in Missouri. Don't let that one get by you. There's that 9065 that I kept warning you about. 9065 and 0965. Ladies and gentlemen, I kept telling you these numbers are not playing. At least not with me. You got 828, 224. You got 241 and 324. You will see these combinations rolling out. Watching out for 715. 129 is hot. 143 is hot. And 763 is hot. The last two are guaranteed. First two are no matter what. 330, 464, write those down. You will see 456 over and over and over again. So now watch out for 815. Watch out for 745. You will see 745. You will see 130, 604, and 296. Those are by way of Ohio, 2 states before, 2 states after. There's your 644 as promised. Only number on fire. 5490, ladies and gentlemen, you'll see 5490 in Illinois, Louisiana. You'll see 5490 in also Ohio. 2 states before, 2 states after. Don't leave out Tennessee. Watching out for 3312. 6754, you will see most definitely. Watching out for 6540 and 7886. Your 7886 is a Georgia hookup. Write that down. 7980 on fire. 0089 on fire. Watch out for those in Connecticut. Watch out for those in New Mexico. 2 states before, 2 states after. Your 7980 on fire fell in DC on fire. So watch it fall again in DC. 2 states before, 2 states after. 8507-9360. I've given you over and over and over again, along with the 0873 and your 8261. Watch out for 2169. You will see 3061, ladies and gentlemen, over and over and over again. Boom, 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 right there, North Carolina. So that came from Georgia to go to North Carolina. Watch out for 4350 and 9260. You will see these numbers making their debut. That 4017 is looking good by itself. Watch out for your 6291. I told you that number would fall. I promised, no, I guaranteed it would fall on, what was that, the 22nd? 822. There it is, 9621. Watch out for 771. Ladies and gentlemen, you will see 771 in Virginia, New York, Delaware. Watch out for 899. Watch out for 239, 623. You already know about the 623, 103, 469. You already know about the 469, 206, and 874. You will see these combinations. Georgia, 2 states before, 2 states after. Your number one number, 16 hours before it dropped. I gave it to my VIP. Ladies and gentlemen, there's your 500. There's your 122. Watching out for your 341, 360. You're going to see 795, 743, 592, 401, and 203. 401 made its debut in Virginia. There's your 5632. Ladies and gentlemen, watch out. 4158, watch out. And your 4193. You will see 0525, 6341, 6370, and 0143 again. Again, that number is extremely strong. You'll see that in New York. You'll see that in Virginia. 2 states before, 2 states after. There it is right there, ladies and gentlemen. The first will fall last. And my last number, which I dub the very last number you see. So, VIP members, when you see, when you see me write VL number sign UC. That's a formula, ladies and gentlemen. That's a formula where I strategically place the winning number that I know will fall. And as you can see, I knew that 4168 would make its debut more than once. We have it here, promised. We also have it 6148 straight, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all better stop playing with your boy. Y'all see this. Come on now. Y'all just don't know. I be just as surprised as y'all do sometimes. Look at that. 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 Somebody look at that. I'll wait. Somebody say bands. That's bands right there. 6148. Straight. Ladies and gentlemen, watch out for the 0361, which we know that number brought that number because we saw that number and we talked to that number. The number told us the truth. But when Mr. Bascomb tell it to the people still think he lying. So I don't know why they keep trying to figure it out because there's nothing to figure it out. Just run with what I tell you that I promised, what I tell you that I guarantee. You can't lose that way. Can't lose that way. Ask my Jamaican friends. They play every single number. That's what they do. So, 5097, ladies and gentlemen, your 5097. Look at that right there, 5097. You're going to see that number jump back out again. You're going to see 5097 in Missouri. You're going to see it in D.C. You are going to see it in North Carolina. 2 states before, 2 states after. Number one number, ladies and gentlemen. Number one number, ladies and gentlemen. Number one number. Watch out for 311. Watch out for 399. Watch out for 409. Watch out for 520. 768, ladies and gentlemen, you will see 768. 768 is extremely strong. You're also going to see your 521. 521 is extremely strong. Look for that in New Jersey and New Mexico. You'll also see it in D.C. You'll see your 524. We already discovered that. Your 903 is a New Jersey hookup. You're watching out for 621, ladies and gentlemen, and 410. 621, ladies and gentlemen, showed up and showed out right here. Your 710 will be in Virginia. There's your 768, Promise Straight. 199, I told you that number would fall. Watching out for 411, you will see 938. 061 is extremely strong. 061 is extremely strong. Watch out for 397. Watch out for 964. We already discovered 964 would fall over and over and over again. 964 fell twice. 964 here, 964 down in Delaware. You will see your 816 and 607. Your 816 and your 617. Your 8, that's a New Jersey and Connecticut hookup. Watch out for 571 and 938 on fire. There's your 397. There's your 6820, 8240. You're going to see 1697, 8251, 9341, 8025. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to add these up really quickly. We are going for guaranteed promises, straights, and number one positioned numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44. 44 total numbers I said would fall on 082925. Ladies and gentlemen, for my promises, I promise 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34, 35, 36. 36 numbers I promised would fall on yesterday's date. Straight, ladies and gentlemen, we call 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12 numbers we called straight yesterday. Number one position, ladies and gentlemen, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 numbers fell out of my number one position. If you were just playing my number one numbers, you won 9 times yesterday. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, taking me a small break. Abundant prosperity in health and in wealth to you all. I will see you all at the winners table. If you're interested in winning and you know how to join a group without asking questions like, what do I do next? When you see I'm showing you the number one number is what you want to gravitate to. The number two number is a backup plan. Once you build a bankroll, you can start playing the fire and the triple dollar signs, meaning that when you are steadily investing in those numbers, that's when you'll see yourself winning 44 times guaranteed. You'll have 36 promised hits. You'll have 12 hits straight, ladies and gentlemen. That means that you'll be winning bands because I did call out. Let's see here. Straight, we said, where we go? Which one was that? 6148, promise straight, ladies and gentlemen. You see that every single day. And for my people that are playing 3 digits, do not, I tell you, do not box your 3 digits. Play your 3 digits straight. This way, you won't be wasting money on a valuable straight hit. If you really want to box a number, you box it heavy. That way, you never miss it. But, you can play it straight and feel like you boxed it heavy, or you can box it heavy and feel like you played it straight. Again, ladies and gentlemen, I will see you at the winner's table no matter what. I'm going to go live again, probably on TikTok in about a couple of hours. Let's see here. In 10:30, Tennessee will be rolling out, so I'm going to try to be on time with it.